Hello there, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most versatile, nutritious, and often misunderstood foods in the world, eggs. If you're someone who loves eggs, or maybe eats them as part of your daily routine, then you're in the right place. Eggs are packed with essential nutrients, from protein to vitamins like D and B12, making them a fantastic choice for anyone who wants to stay healthy and strong. But here's the catch. How you eat, cook, and store your eggs matters more than you might think, especially for those of us who are a little older and wiser. Did you know that small mistakes in how we prepare or handle eggs can strip away their nutrients or even create health risks? Don't worry, though, that's exactly why I'm here. Together, we're going to uncover the 8 most common mistakes people make with eggs and, more importantly, how to avoid them. Whether it's adding too much oil when frying, tossing out the nutrient-packed yolk, or not pairing eggs with other healthy foods, I'll guide you step by step on how to get the most out of every bite. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when a new video drops. Your support truly makes a difference. If you found value in this video, a like and share would mean a lot in helping me reach more people with these important lessons. And I'd love to hear from you. If you're enjoying this topic, leave a 1 in the comments or a 0 if you'd like to see something different. Your feedback helps me improve and bring you the content you want. Point 1. Overusing oil while frying. Let's talk about a mistake many of us don't realize we're making: using too much oil when frying eggs. It's such a common habit, isn't it? A quick drizzle of oil turns into a puddle in the pan, and before we know it, what could have been a healthy, nutrient-packed meal ends up loaded with unnecessary fats and calories. Now, don't get me wrong. Eggs themselves are fantastic. They're a great source of protein, essential vitamins, and minerals. But when we overdo the oil, we risk undoing all those benefits. Here's why this is particularly important for those of us in our golden years. As we age, our heart health becomes a top priority. Extra oil, especially if it's high in saturated fats, can increase our LDL cholesterol levels. That's the bad cholesterol that we want to keep in check. Over time, this can put more strain on your heart, and none of us want that, right? But let me be clear, you don't have to give up fried eggs entirely. It's not about eliminating your favorite foods. It's about preparing them in a smarter, healthier way. The first step? Choose your oil wisely. Instead of reaching for generic cooking oil or butter, opt for heart-healthy options like extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil. These oils not only have healthier fat profiles, but also add a wonderful flavor to your eggs. The second step is to use oil sparingly. You don't need a lot. Just a teaspoon or 2 is enough to coat the pan and cook your eggs perfectly. You can even use a non-stick pan, which allows you to use less oil or even skip it altogether. If you're looking for alternatives to frying, consider poaching or boiling your eggs. These methods don't require any added fats, which means you get all the nutrients without the extra calories. Plus, they pair beautifully with fresh vegetables or whole grain toast, making for a balanced and delicious meal. The bottom line is this: eggs are amazing on their own, but how you prepare them makes all the difference. By cutting back on excessive oil, you're not only protecting your heart, but also ensuring your meals are as nutritious as possible. It's a small change, but it can make a big impact on your health. Point 2. Overcooking eggs. Now, let's talk about something that seems harmless but can actually make a big difference: overcooking eggs. It's easy to do, isn't it? You get distracted, leave the eggs on the stove a little too long, and before you know it, they're dry, rubbery, or even sporting that greenish-gray ring around the yolk. While it might not seem like a big deal, overcooking eggs can strip away some of the very nutrients that make them such a powerhouse food. Here's why this matters, especially for those of us who are older. Eggs are rich in vitamins like vitamin D, which supports bone health and immunity, 2 areas that become increasingly important as we age. When you overcook eggs, particularly the yolks, you're breaking down these essential vitamins and reducing their nutritional value. That greenish-gray ring around a hard-boiled yolk? It's a clear sign that the nutrients have been compromised. But it's not just about the nutrients, it's also about digestion. Overcooked eggs, especially when the whites turn rubbery, can be harder for your stomach to break down. Since our digestive systems tend to slow down with age, eating foods that are easier to digest is always a good idea. So, how can you avoid overcooking your eggs? It all comes down to temperature and timing. For hard-boiled eggs, aim to cook them for 9 to 12 minutes, depending on how firm you like the yolk. Any longer, and you risk losing nutrients. For scrambled eggs, use a low to medium heat setting and cook them just until they're softly set. They should look creamy and slightly glossy, not dry or crumbly. If you enjoy fried eggs, keep the heat moderate and remove them from the pan as soon as the whites are set and the yolk is cooked to your preference. Poached eggs are another great option. They cook quickly, retain their nutrients, and add a touch of elegance to your plate. By paying attention to how long and at what temperature you cook your eggs, you'll not only preserve their nutritional value but also enjoy them at their best, tender, flavorful, and full of all the goodness your body needs. Point 3. Eating raw or undercooked eggs. Let's address a mistake that might seem harmless but can actually pose serious health risks: eating raw or undercooked eggs. Maybe you've seen it glamorized in movies or fitness circles, where someone cracks an egg into a glass and drinks it down in one gulp. While it might look impressive, it's not as safe or beneficial as you might think, especially for older adults. The main concern here is salmonella, a type of bacteria that can sometimes be found in raw or undercooked eggs. While the chances of encountering a contaminated egg are relatively low, about 1 in 20,000, it's not a risk worth taking. Our immune systems naturally weaken as we age, which makes it harder for our bodies to fight off infections. A bout of salmonella can lead to severe symptoms like diarrhea, fever, and abdominal cramps, which can be particularly taxing on older bodies. But safety isn't the only reason to avoid raw eggs. Did you know that your body absorbs protein more efficiently from cooked eggs than raw ones? Cooking helps break down certain protein structures, making it easier for your body to digest and use the nutrients. So, by cooking your eggs, you're not only staying safe but also getting more of the health benefits they offer. If you enjoy eggs with softer textures, like poached or soft-boiled, you don't have to give them up entirely. Just make sure the egg whites are fully set and the yolks are heated through. For scrambled or fried eggs, cook them until there's no runny texture left. And if you're baking or making dishes like casseroles or quiches, ensure the internal temperature of the dish reaches at least 160 degrees Fahrenheit 71 degrees Celsius. For those who love homemade recipes like mayonnaise or Caesar dressing, which traditionally use raw eggs, there's an easy solution: pasteurized eggs. These are eggs that have been heat-treated to kill bacteria without cooking the egg itself, making them a safe option for recipes that call for raw or lightly cooked eggs. By taking these precautions, you can enjoy your eggs in all their delicious forms without worrying about compromising your health. Cooking your eggs thoroughly is a simple but important step toward protecting yourself while still savoring the flavors and nutrients they offer. Point 4. Discarding egg yolks. Let's talk about a mistake many people make: throwing away the egg yolk. For years, yolks have been unfairly demonized because of their cholesterol content, leading many of us to believe that skipping them is the healthier choice. But here's the truth: by tossing the yolk, you're missing out on some of the most valuable nutrients eggs have to offer, especially for older adults. Egg yolks are nutritional powerhouses. They're packed with vitamins and minerals that are essential for your health, including vitamin D, which is crucial for maintaining strong bones and supporting your immune system. For those of us who don't get as much sunlight as we used to, the yolk is one of the best natural sources of this vital nutrient. They're also rich in choline, which supports brain health and memory, something we all want to preserve as we age. But that's not all. Egg yolks contain antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which are known to promote eye health and may reduce the risk of macular degeneration, a common concern as we grow older. They're also a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, which support heart health and reduce inflammation in the body. So, why are people so afraid of yolks? It's mostly due to outdated concerns about cholesterol. While it's true that yolks contain dietary cholesterol, research has shown that for most people, it has little impact on blood cholesterol levels. The real culprits behind high cholesterol are usually trans fats and saturated fats from processed foods, not the occasional egg yolk. If you're still concerned, eating eggs in moderation, say 1 or 2 whole eggs a day as part of a balanced diet, is perfectly fine for most people. Now, if you enjoy egg whites for their lean protein content, that's great. They're an excellent choice. But consider pairing them with at least 1 yolk to get the full spectrum of nutrients. The healthy fats in the yolk also help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, which are essential for overall health. By embracing the yolk, you're not just adding richness and flavor to your eggs, you're fueling your body with nutrients that are hard to find in other foods. So, the next time you crack an egg, think twice before tossing the yolk. Point 5. Storing eggs incorrectly. Now, let's dive into a common mistake that many people overlook: storing eggs incorrectly. It might seem like a small detail, but how you store your eggs can have a big impact on their freshness, flavor, and even your health. For older adults, proper egg storage is especially important to avoid foodborne illnesses and ensure you're getting the best quality. One major issue with improper storage is the risk of bacterial contamination. Eggs naturally have a protective coating that helps keep bacteria like salmonella out. However, in many countries, including the United States, eggs are washed before they reach the store. While this cleaning process ensures the eggs look spotless, it also removes that protective layer, making refrigeration essential to keep them safe. Leaving eggs at room temperature can allow harmful bacteria to multiply, which is the last thing anyone wants. Another problem with poor storage is flavor degradation. Did you know that eggshells are porous? This means they can absorb strong odors from other foods in your refrigerator, like onions or garlic, altering their taste. Nobody wants an egg that smells or tastes like last night's leftovers. To store your eggs correctly, always keep them in the main section of your refrigerator, not the door. The temperature in the door fluctuates every time it's opened, which can compromise the freshness of your eggs. Instead, leave them in their original carton, which not only protects them from absorbing other odors, but also shields them from light exposure that can degrade nutrients over time. It's also a good idea to keep an eye on the sell-by or use-by date printed on the carton. While eggs often stay good for a week or two beyond these dates, it's always better to be safe than sorry. If you're unsure about an egg's freshness, try the water test. Gently place the egg in a bowl of water. A fresh egg will sink and lie flat, while an older egg will stand upright or float. If it floats, it's time to toss it. By taking these simple precautions, you can ensure your eggs stay fresh, flavorful, and safe to eat. Proper storage is a small habit that makes a big difference, helping you enjoy eggs at their best. Point 6. Cooking with old eggs. Let's discuss a mistake that can sneak up on you: cooking with eggs that are too old. While eggs are known for their relatively long shelf life, they don't stay fresh forever. Using eggs past their prime not only affects their taste and texture, but also increases the risk of bacterial contamination. For older adults, this is especially important to consider, as our immune systems may not be as strong as they once were. As eggs age, their quality begins to decline. The whites become thinner, the yolks less firm, and the overall flavor loses its richness. These changes might not seem significant if you're just making a quick omelet, but when eggs are the star ingredient, like in poached eggs or a frittata, you'll notice the difference. Plus, older eggs are more likely to harbor bacteria like salmonella, which can pose a serious health risk. So, how can you tell if your eggs are still good to use? One of the simplest and most reliable methods is the water test. Fill a bowl with water and gently place the egg inside. A fresh egg will sink to the bottom and lie flat. If it stands upright, it's still safe to eat, but not at its best. However, if it floats, the egg has gone bad and should be discarded. That said, slightly older eggs don't have to go to waste. In fact, they're perfect for certain types of cooking, like baking. When making cakes, cookies, or bread, the texture of the egg matters less because the structure of the baked goods relies more on the proteins in the whites. You can also use older eggs in recipes like casseroles or quiches, where their texture blends seamlessly with other ingredients. But when it comes to dishes where eggs are the main focus, like fried, poached, or scrambled, it's always best to use fresh eggs. Fresh eggs not only taste better, but also provide the most nutrients and are less likely to cause any digestive issues. By keeping track of your eggs' freshness and using them accordingly, you'll enjoy better-tasting meals while reducing the risk of foodborne illnesses. It's a simple habit that ensures both quality and safety in your cooking. Point 7. Using cracked eggs. Let's tackle a mistake that can seem minor but actually carries serious health risks: using cracked eggs. It's easy to see why this might happen. Maybe you're in a hurry or don't want to waste an egg that got damaged on the way home from the store. But here's the thing. Even a tiny crack in the eggshell can allow harmful bacteria, like salmonella, to enter the egg. For older adults, whose immune systems might be less robust, this is a risk that's simply not worth taking. When an egg shell is cracked, it loses its natural protective barrier. This makes it vulnerable to contamination, even if the egg appears fine on the inside. And while cooking can kill some bacteria, it's not a guarantee, especially if the egg isn't cooked thoroughly. Why take the chance when there are safer options? So, what should you do if you accidentally crack an egg? Don't worry, you don't have to throw it away right away. Instead, immediately transfer the contents into a clean, airtight container and store it in the refrigerator. Use it within 1 to 2 days to ensure it's still safe to eat. This method keeps the egg safe from further contamination while preserving its quality for a short time. It's also a good idea to inspect your eggs before you buy them. When you're at the store, open the carton and check for any visible cracks or damage. Avoid cartons with even a single cracked egg, as bacteria can spread to other eggs in close proximity. If you're cooking and notice a crack while handling the egg, it's best to play it safe. Set it aside and use a fresh, intact egg instead. Cracked eggs are just not worth the health risk, no matter how tempting it might be to use them. By being mindful of the condition of your eggs, you're taking a simple yet powerful step to protect your health. Using only intact eggs ensures your meals are not only delicious, but also safe to eat. Point 8. Ignoring pairing eggs with vegetables. Now, let's talk about a mistake that many of us don't even realize we're making: not pairing eggs with vegetables. While eggs are already packed with protein, vitamins, and minerals, combining them with fresh veggies takes their health benefits to a whole new level. For older adults, this pairing is especially valuable because it helps address common nutritional gaps, like a lack of fiber and antioxidants, which are essential for maintaining overall health. Vegetables not only complement the flavor of eggs, but also provide critical nutrients that support your body as it ages. For instance, leafy greens like spinach and kale are loaded with vitamins A, C, and K, which are vital for bone strength, immune function, and eye health. Bell peppers, tomatoes, and mushrooms bring a wealth of antioxidants to the table, helping protect your cells from damage and reducing inflammation. Adding vegetables to your eggs is an easy and delicious way to create a balanced meal. If you love scrambled eggs, try tossing in diced zucchini, onions, or bell peppers. For omelets, fill them with a colorful mix of spinach, tomatoes, and mushrooms. Not only will these additions enhance the taste and texture of your dish, but they'll also make it more satisfying and nutrient-dense. Another fantastic option is poached eggs served over a bed of mixed greens, drizzled with a little olive oil and balsamic vinegar. It's light, refreshing, and perfect for a quick yet nutritious meal. And if you're a fan of baking, consider incorporating finely chopped vegetables like broccoli or asparagus into your casseroles or frittatas. These dishes are great for meal prepping and can be reheated throughout the week. Pairing eggs with vegetables is also an excellent way to increase your fiber intake, which is crucial for healthy digestion, something many of us need to pay closer attention to as we age. Fiber helps keep you feeling full longer and supports a healthy gut, making it an essential component of your diet. By making vegetables a regular part of your egg dishes, you're not just adding color and flavor. You're supercharging your meals with nutrients that support your health and vitality. So, the next time you crack an egg, think about which veggies you can add to the mix. This simple habit can make a big difference in how you feel every day. And there you have it. The 8 most common mistakes people make with eggs and, more importantly, how to avoid them. Eggs are truly one of the most versatile and nutritious foods you can enjoy, but as we've learned, it's not just about eating eggs. It's about eating them the right way. By making small changes, like using less oil when frying, cooking eggs just enough to preserve their nutrients, and always ensuring they're fresh and properly stored, you can unlock the full potential of this incredible superfood. And don't forget the yolks. They're packed with nutrients that your body needs, especially as you age. Pairing eggs with fresh, colorful vegetables can elevate a simple meal into a nutrient-packed powerhouse that supports your heart, bones, and overall health. It's amazing how much of a difference these small adjustments can make. Not only will your meals taste better, but they'll also be safer, more nutritious, and tailored to the needs of your body as it changes over time. Whether you're enjoying a quick breakfast or creating an elegant dish for dinner, eggs can truly be a cornerstone of your healthy lifestyle. Before we go, I'd love to hear from you. What's the most surprising tip you learned today? Do you have your own egg-related tips or favorite recipes to share? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and learn from your experiences. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who could benefit, and subscribe for more practical, health-focused advice. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Take these tips, put them into practice, and enjoy your eggs in a way that supports your health, happiness, and vitality. See you in the next video, and until then, take care and stay well.